Hi there, it's Kim Saracen, the Queen of Hearts, and today we are going to be talking about how to inspire and train any man to do what you want him to do. Have I got your attention? I'm sure I do. So here's the thing. This is what I'm going to share with you today is probably one of the most uh, powerful tools that I share with my private clients to help them, especially when they're in that transition phase going from single to in relationship. However, but this applies whether you're on a first date or whether you've been married for 30 years. So just sit tight while I share this with you. So here's the thing. We would love men to show up fully trained, like all tuned into our needs. So he shows up like an Apple computer. You take it out of the box, plug it in, and the guy knows exactly what you want and need and desire, and he knows this every minute of the day. But the truth is, the reality is, men don't show up like that. How men show up is fully trained by other women. So a man, before he arrives on your doorstep, he has been doing things for other women that they liked. And why it's so important for you to let a man know what it is that you need and want is that you'll get hurt and you'll be really resentful. And the reason that we don't share with men what we want is because we think they can read our mind. Because you know what? Our girlfriends can read our mind. If you and I were sitting in front of each other right now, I could download information without saying a word, and you would know exactly what I had just downloaded. So women to women, we have that superpower. Men, they do not have that superpower. It needs to be literal. You need to verbally be telling men what it is that you need. So here's the tool that I'm going to recommend to you. My clients love this. It works like magic. So what I want you to do is I want you to think of that cookie, the Oreo cookie. And the Oreo cookie has the top dark part, and then in the center is the white yummy icing, and then you close the cookie with the dark part with the other dark part. So you've got like a sandwich there, little cookie sandwich. So this is how the training cycle works. It's got a top, a middle, and a bottom. Now, the top part is always some form of appreciation or approval when you're making a request of a man. That's always where you start. The white yummy icing is your request, and then the bottom part of the cookie is some form of appreciation and approval. So it's kind of like approval, request, approval. Okay, so have you got that? It's really simple when you're doing this in practice. Explaining it and giving you context just takes a little bit more work. So what would that look like? Because the thing is that men, they really respond well to appreciation. Honestly, they are so short of approval and appreciation. The minute you're sending any of that their way, you've got their attention. And if you're going to make a request of a guy or you want to steer him in the direction that you want him to go, you've got to get his attention first. You don't ask a guy something when he's focused fixing the engine on his car, right? Like he's just focused on that thing. So to snap him to attention, you just share something that you appreciate about him. Then the white yummy icing in the middle of the cookie, that's your request. And then the bottom part is that appreciation and approval. So what does this look like? Let me give you an example. So let's say your guy's name is David, and so it would go something like, David, I just so appreciate when you take the garbage out every Wednesday. It's so amazing. I love that I don't have to do that and you just take that over. And what I would love even more is if you would go down into the basement and bring up those 3 boxes that I need for the Christmas gifts this weekend. I would just so appreciate that. I just love having a man around that can do this kind of stuff for me. You're amazing. So do you see how that worked? So I got his attention by appreciating something else that he's done for me before. Then I made my request, the 3 boxes in the basement, to bring them up. And then I closed it with another form of appreciation and approval. Now, this is not, like when you're making a request of a man, you don't want to be doing it in the energy of expectation, or it's a demand, or he has to do it. Your request is always in the energy of, this is just going to be a bonus in my life. And when a man feels that he has room to say no, 99.9% of the time, he won't. He won't say no. He'll absolutely do it for you because he's all excited because he's being appreciated. So he's already inspired, and then you slip in that request and it's just easy for him. And then you sandwich it, close it with a form of appreciation, and he's going to have no issue with doing the things that you want. Now, where the problem is that most women, I find, are only making a request and maybe the bottom part of the cookie with a thank you. It's that top part of the cookie to get his attention, to already warm him up, to get him in that feeling of being appreciated already. That is the key. So there you have it, the training cycle. And you can, so what I want you to do is I just want you to think of all the things you would like a man to do. Think of a direction that you want to steer him in. It could be going to a movie, going out to a restaurant that you like. And even on a first date, you can use this training cycle when he asks you, so what would you like to do tonight? And you can just say, well, thanks so much for asking. I'm so excited to get to know you better. And I would love to go and see that romantic comedy movie that I talked about the other day. That would just be so great. I'd love it if you would take me there. So you see, it's a really smooth and simple way to communicate with a man that has you both winning. He gets appreciated, you get your request honored, and there you go, Bob's your uncle. And this works with any man. You can do this with your dad, you can do this with your brothers, your co-workers. I actually want to share, I just was helping a client with the training cycle and implementing it at work. And she works with all men. So she's the leader, and all the people working for her are men. So we started implementing this, and there's she's at the point now where she's waking up in the morning and she can hardly wait to go to work, because she uses this training cycle daily with these guys, and they're just eating out of her hand. They can't wait to produce things for her. The other thing that happened for her was she actually had an issue with one of the men at work, and this had been going on for a couple of years. So I instructed her to write an email a certain way. I helped her word it, and using the training cycle, within 10 minutes, this guy was coming upstairs and thanking her and asking her if everything was okay and if there was anything he could do for her. So she completely transformed this relationship with this guy. And I mean, I hear about all kinds of results like this. I mean, I get results like this in my own life, and all my clients just love it. So there you go. Think about all the things that you want and use this training cycle. It's really short. It's approval, request, approval. All right. Be sure to share below your comments. Try it out. Let me know how it works for you. If you're getting stuck with anything, write in the comments, and I'll help you work through it. Okay. Thanks for tuning in. Bye for now.